Welcome back to my Real Trader Rehab. In this episode of What to Do When a Disciplined Trader Breaks His Plan, we're going to answer how and why you need to hold yourself accountable as a trader. We also thought about calling this episode, Are You Addicted to Trading? Are you gambling instead of trading? I think you'll see why. Before we begin, I just want to say that if you're watching this series, you're doing yourself a real service as a trader. I'm pretty sure this series of videos will be some of the least watched of mine, but arguably the most important in terms of making a profitable trader out of you and me. First, why do you need to hold yourself accountable as a trader? Well, the short answer is no one else will. We're our own bosses as traders. Or maybe we're not. Maybe that little kid inside of you that's emotional, uncontrollable, is telling you to hit the buy button. So the long answer to why we need to hold ourselves accountable, do you think you're just going to magically become a more disciplined trader? Do you think that just reducing position size or number of shares or trades that you're taking is going to help? No, of course not. So if it did help, you wouldn't see countless YouTube traders continuing to break their rules over and over again. If you've already lost control while trading, continuing to trade is not going to get you back on track. So here's a non-trading example. If a friend or a loved one was a gambler and just lost their life savings, that's kind of extreme, any considerable amount of money in a casino, and they came to you for help, would you recommend that they go back to the casino the next day and just gamble with less money or play only 3 games instead of 10? No, of course not. You wouldn't do that because you know that they would not be able to control themselves and they'll end up just doing the same thing over and over again. So a lot about trading parallels gambling and addiction. If you want to avoid these pitfalls but still have a chance at being a legitimate trader, you need to protect yourself from slipping further along that path. But how? So make accountability and punishment a part of your trading plan. If you intentionally break a rule in your plan, you must stop trading for some extended period. I'd recommend a minimum of a 7-day week. A day or two is just not going to cut it. If you can't manage to stay away from trading for 7 days, then you may have a bigger problem on your hands. So why is a day or two not enough? After a day or two, you're still going to be emotional. You'll still likely be angry that you broke your plan and afraid that you might break it again, and you still might be trying to revenge trade. The other benefits to taking a lengthy break is that usually trading is something you like doing, so making yourself take a week off will act as a good punishment. Make you realize that it's not worth breaking your plan because look at what you missed out on. So this is also going to give you time to reflect and think about what went wrong, why you broke your plan. There is a reason. It was most likely many little things and then one big thing that pushed you over the edge. In Friday's video, I'll be breaking down everything that led up to the break in my plan and the final event that pushed me over the edge. I'll also show you how I've modified my plan to keep me from being able to do that ever again. So one last thing, it wasn't the case for me on Friday, but early on in my trading, I much more frequently broke my plan, and I know one of the main reasons was that I had not yet proven my plan profitable. I hadn't tracked enough trades yet to know if it really worked or not. So this makes it much easier for me to break my plan because it allowed for thoughts like, I'm not really sure if this plan or strategy really works. I've seen other people take this setup, so why don't I take it? You take it and now you've broken your plan. So whether or not that trade wins or loses doesn't matter. It cannot be collected as a winning trade on your trade tracker because it's not part of your plan. So even if it won, it doesn't tell you anything about your own trading because it's not your own trading. It's random. So please take a moment to think about that, and I'll see you in the next episode of What to Do When a Disciplined Trader Breaks His Plan. And just one last thing, remember that this little kid inside that's telling you to take these trades that are outside of your plan is not your boss. Do not let him control your trading. You're a man now or a woman, so trade like one.